morning, YouTube. I'm back with another video. I wanted to show you guys my mug. It's such a cute little, I just love ceramic naked mugs. I don't know, something about it. Anyway, I wanted to make this video with a life update. So today is June 26th, 2025. We are midsummer. If you look back at my videos, you know that I've gone through the trenches, honestly. As of today, I am in a which started out very rocky relationship. I met this guy on Tinder, out of all places, Tinder, right? Met him on Tinder, started talking, and from there, he's never left my side. If anything, I was the one to leave pretty much every month from January when we started talking to June. So I left him like 6 times. Honestly, I feel like it comes from just being kind of hurt and really not understanding what it means to be in a relationship with somebody who's emotionally there for you. Because I love my dad, love my mom, but the way that I was raised, my dad wasn't taught to be emotionally there. His way of showing love was always through provision and making money, going to work, coming home, and that's it. And so for me, the byproduct of that is really just lacking emotional availability. At first I was very mad at that and very bitter and resentful because of that, and it did lead to a lot of behavior in my 20s that it could have been preventable if I just had a man in my life that was there for me. So fast forward to meeting the guy Chris today. He was that in the beginning, and it was a lot. It was a lot to have somebody just texting you all the time. And I was just I was used to dating guys that are leave you unread, emotionally unavailable. And I think it was just because that's what I thought a man was. So meeting this guy who wanted to hang out with me all the time was weird to me. And so then around the week of my period, a week before, I would get so annoyed with him, and I would just be you know what, no, I don't want to do this. And then I would just stop talking to him. I would block him. He is very strong because he kept fighting for a relationship. Fast forward to today, long story short is I've been able to heal a lot in the time that we were together. We're now live together, as you can see. That's his BMW stuff, those are my sheets, that's my mirror, that's his cat poster. So we're now living together. It just felt natural, also because I was living with my parents, and I just felt it was kind of getting in the way of our relationship. So I kind of just took the plunge and was hey, we took a trip to Austin, and then I just decided that I was going to stay with him for that week, and we've been doing that since then. Things have gotten a lot better being here, out of my parents' house, having them not really involved. I feel I needed that space to really understand my feelings and how I was feeling, because overall I felt really happy, and we have a lot of fun times together. He's there for me. He does have his flaws and I have mine, but overall, we are working to build a really beautiful life. So now we're looking at upgrading the apartments. I live in San Antonio, so we're looking at the Rim area. The apartment we're looking at is about 1,500. 1,500 gets you a lot of space here in San Antonio, Texas, which is pretty awesome. Pretty sure that's going to change in a couple years with a lot of people are kind of filtering and funneling here from Austin. So I'm pretty sure San Antonio is gonna be the next kind of come up city. So it kind of really had me thinking. I'm working remote. I'm starting to make really good money. I work in high ticket sales. So I'm an appointment setter right now. I make only $16 an hour plus commission. But on my birthday on April 15th, I got my largest check to date, which was a little over $2,000 for a 2-week check. For me, that was a big deal. I had never gotten that type of money, and I was holy holy moly, like I've tried to do so many different things, and I haven't been able to achieve this kind of success. So for me, it made sense to really dial down on this skill of sales. And I'm making this video for anyone that feels lost. Like, I just, like, sales is the one career that you get rewarded for the amount of work you put in. So like versus like a regular 9 to 5 where you're just clocking in paid by the hour. Your salary doesn't change based on like how hard you work, but in sales, if you put in a lot of work, you get a lot of output. So like there's one setter on our team, like he made like $15,000 last month, and like I saw those numbers and I'm like, holy, like this is like the career like that I had been looking for this whole time. Tried to build my own business. I did enjoy that, but overall, like I just didn't like having to always be on the clock. So that's where I kind of pivoted away from the coaching world. And like I know that I could do it, but once I realized like how much it took, and I was just like, honestly, it would just be easier to work for somebody that's already built a brand. So yeah, and that's what I'm doing now. I work for Mike Hoffman with Vendingpreneurs. I help sell his coaching program, and it's such a blessing. Like I even, would like to maybe get into the vending industry in the future, but overall, like the point of this video also is like I've been really struggling with understanding what my creative route is. Like I really love to create, which is why I liked coaching a lot. Like I loved like taking my tripod into the gym and recording content and inspiring people. Like I love that. But as I kind of understood the industry more, understood coaching more, like I realized that there was more to life than just working out. So I really wanted to dive into other aspects that I can motivate people in. And for me, I kind of dialed down into helping people make money. Motivating people to find their career path is like where I kind of starting to lean more towards. Like I just feel like I have a natural gift to motivate people, and I've been complimented on that. My energy, my own workplace says that they love my energy. So I think there is something to that. So I do, I'm just really making this video because I saw a recent post on Addison Rae. She started off on TikTok, just dancing on TikTok, and now she's like, she's headlining with Lana Del Rey. That's a huge thing. And I watched some interviews, and she actually had a lot of brand deals that failed. So it was cool that she kept trying, and now she found her thing. Her album is dope if you've heard it. Like I love music. Like it's something I wanted to try maybe in the future, but right now is just not the time. But like I haven't heard a sound like that. It's very unique. It doesn't sound like anybody else. And she's on to something, and she found her thing, which is really cool. So it inspired me to really kind of like look within, like, hey, like what's my thing? What's the thing that I'm naturally good at? Because I also danced in high school, but I also like lacked the confidence to really like be a killer. Like I would always like be the dancer that was like in the back of the group and not in the front, and I just like never thought that I could be capable of that. So when I entered into like my adult life, and I started like working with like coaches, like I always found myself drawn to motivational content. So I don't know, there was just something about it. Like it was like unlocking something in my brain that had been dead that whole time. And I grew up a Christian, so like I never got that. And in Christianity, you're taught to like lean on God and not your own strength. So I had that completely dialed into my brain. So I didn't know what it meant to really like bet on yourself. So yeah, anyway, once I started making that shift in my head and like deconstructing from religion in that way, I started doing better financially. I started just like putting down my standards and like really like asking for what I wanted. And even the guy that I was dating, like I put down the standard. I was like, hey, you're not meeting these, I'm leaving. And I left 6 times, but each time, he proved me wrong, and like he had some actions that backed up what he was saying, and that's why I gave him another chance. So yeah, like and that's something that I want to continue holding that standard of, because he is meeting me there. I was kind of wondering like, hey, like what if I grow and he stays here? But so far he's also leveling up. He got a second job, like like that shows me that he's serious, because I told him, I was like, hey, like I'm on track to making like really good money, and like I want you to match that. So I have challenged him in that way, and he's meeting me there, which is awesome. Like, usually I had envisioned the guy doing that in the relationship, but I think my natural ability is just to do that myself. So it is kind of cool having that balance of him, who's more of a relaxed person. I'm more of a go-getter. So like I think when we come together, we create this beautiful balance, which is what I want to continue building. So in order to summarize this video, I don't know what I'm going to title it yet, but I don't know where these videos will lead me to. I thought about helping people, you know, coach them with their mindset, helping be a life coach. I thought about building this up, you know, to get paid by brands. I really don't know, but I do want my content to pay me eventually. So yeah, I'm all about building multiple streams of income, and I want to document that. But I also want to motivate people along the way to show them, hey, like you can do this. So yeah, this is my attempt to doing that. In summary, follow me on Instagram. I'll link it below. I have a bunch of different accounts right now, so I'm trying to condense them down. But yeah, you can find me on Instagram and TikTok, and now YouTube. So I'll link all of those below. I'm also building an email list to send out just like monthly updates, some music I'm listening to for the month, stuff that's motivating me for that month, my goals for that month, and also questions for you to help you set goals for the month and stuff that has helped me. So I'll link all of that below, and I encourage everyone to like, follow, subscribe. That shit helps a lot. And I'll see you guys on the next video.